Hi guys, I'm just going to go through the task 3, client 1 behaviour change task. So the first section we're going to look at is the state of readiness. So remember on the lecture slides that we saw pre-contemplation phase, the contemplation phase, etc. I'm going to act as one of your clients because I know we're limited on numbers. So I'm going to answer these questions verbally based on what you're seeing on the screen, and I'll read them out, and then you can use that information to enter in your forms and then write your strategies, etc. So I'm going to say that I'm preparing to do more activities and intend to start in the next month. So I want you to be able to decide at what stage of behaviour change I'm at. Am I at contemplation, or am I at the action ready stage? Have I already started to act upon? Describe any previous exercise you've done and when this activity took place. So I'm going to say that I previously played competition football, but it was about 4 or 5 years ago. What did I like or enjoy about this previous activity is I love the fact that it was the camaraderie that went with playing team sport. I liked the sense of achievement, and I love the fact that I was fit and healthy and felt good about myself. What did I dislike about the activity? I probably disliked the injuries that came with competitive sport. But having said that, just the competition phase probably and my competitive nature probably outweighed the dislike. So I did it for a long period of time. I did it for about 25 years, but eventually it was time to literally hang up the boots and move on to another quest. I do intend to start exercising, and what is motivating me is to try and, one is to start to feel better about my physical makeup, like how I feel. Do I feel fit and strong and healthy? So that's probably my main motivating factor. Obviously family as well, so having a young child and wanting to set a really good example for him and being able to keep up with him because he's getting to that age where he's non-stop. What are any perceived or actual barriers? So time definitely is an issue. I need to be able to fit it in with my busy schedule. And the other thing is, I've come from playing team sport. So if you don't turn up to training, pretty quickly, the boys are going to send you a text and say, hey, are you all good for the weekend? Where were you tonight? Are you okay? They're going to actually have some genuine concern or worry as to why I wasn't at training. And if it becomes a regular occurrence, then actually having a conversation to say, mate, what's going on? You're meant to be a committed member of the team, and you're kind of letting us down. So I'd have to say that some of the things that have stopped me from achieving or continuing on with that is just having that peer support. So a lack of peer support potentially. Having that like-minded group or persons around. You've got my name, date, my telephone number, and my email address. So it's now up to you to decide what technique you think would be a great strategy to help me. And I've given you some pretty handy clues in my case study information for Search for Better Words. But you should be able to come up with some great techniques that I have mentioned have worked for me in the past and have kept me adherent. I told you that I competed in team sport for over 25 years. That's a very long time, or a really long case study to say, well, whatever was working or whatever he was doing obviously worked. And I've given you some really good insights as to what works for me. Then describe how that will work. And that can be drawn upon what has worked previously for me as to why it will. and then do a little bit of research on what does the information tell us about peer support? What does the information tell us about having schedules? What does the information tell us about having small wins? Okay, so yes, use APA referencing. You'll notice that there'll be 2 techniques. I want you to pick 2 techniques that you think would be really beneficial for me to become active again, and reference them. Okay, so then it asks you for what the activity goals are. So I don't mind, I'll probably give you the 3 activity goals, and then you can go to the questions that precede that above. So 1, I want to go to the gym 3 times per week and do weight training. Goal 2, I want to run for up to 30 minutes 2 times per week. They can be group runs or solo runs, and they can be individual gym sessions or group sessions. So it could be something like just going simply to the gym and doing some weights, or it could be going and attending something like an F45. The third goal I'm going to have is to decrease my body fat by 5%. You need to tie into that what is a really important factor. Hopefully already, whilst I'm saying that, you've already seen that I'll be doing some form of activity. The other, in terms of weight training, the other activity and cardiovascular training, the other activity that should be coming to the forefront of your mind is going to be around nutrition. So what my activity goal is that I want to prepare my weekly food each week in advance. So I'm not left high and dry on a work day that is busy and resorting to buying takeaway foods. Okay, so the 3 goals in recap are 3 strength training sessions of some description per week, 2 running sessions per week, and to prepare my food for the week in advance. Name a technique the client chose to assist with changing behaviour. So looking at the above 2 techniques, which of those did you think was the most suitable? Did the client choose? Okay, you can choose either one of those. I will agree with that and explain why the client selected the option and describe why or how it will be used. Describe the behavioural change the client will need to make to achieve their goals. Okay. So it could be a behaviour that I would need to change. Definitely would be setting a clear schedule for the week. And then how are you going to support me as my trainer in those sessions in my week? What does my week look like? I've told you I want to do 3 strength training sessions and 2 running sessions. Are they in the mornings? Are they in the afternoons? Are they in the evenings? And then I've also said about nutritional preparation. I want to prepare my foods to be consumed for the week or for the days. When am I going to be doing that? Because I've expressed that I'm a little bit time poor. That is the task in its entirety. If you have any questions regarding this or all my goals, just reply to the email that this will be accompanied with this video. Make sure that you now use this information. You see what information is required as I've explained it, and share each other's goals, obstructions, and plans. Okay, so whether you just do that via email or via your chat group, but just explain to each other. So if Bree, you have Rhiannon, if Rhiannon, you have Bree, then just inform each other of 3 activity goals, what you've done in the past, what you liked about it. So just like what I've done there, it doesn't have to be a video. It could literally just be text, or even filling out that part of the form and sending it to your classmate. I hope that helps. I look forward to seeing what strategies you have for me and how you're going to support me. Thanks.